Hey, for lifers, it's the end of 2023, so it means it's that time again. It's time for our Paik4Life Reviews Award Show. So, we're doing a little bit differently this time. Usually, I just do me presenting what my best are, my awards, but this time I thought we'd do it a little bit different and do it as a ChatterDay. So, we got a bunch of folks here, as you can see. We'll go through everyone, introduce everyone, and then we'll go right into the presentation. It's going to be a bit differently structured. So we're actually going to live do some nominees for each of the categories we have here. Then we'll put that up into the live chat so that you can participate. And then we'll crown a winner based on the crowd vote. So very different than what we typically do. But hopefully this will be more enjoyable for everyone to participate in. So with that being said, let's go ahead and do some introductions. First and foremost, this man needs no introduction. He's my moderator extraordinaire on Discord. Very active this year on our ChatterDays as well. Ridiculous. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm the person that bugs everybody in Discord, and actually, one of the things that I spoke to you about plugging today was Deluxe Baldwin just launched his Discord server. I got involved in that much the same way I got involved in Pigs by bugging the shit out of him. So, at any rate, join up Pigs Discord server, check out Deluxe's, and awesome watching the community just grow.
Yeah, thanks so much for being my moderator there. You really helped out immense amount, making things run very smoothly. Teaching me things.
Echo you.
I literally set it up, and I only had one rule, which is still the only rule: just be cool with each other. And then, he set up all these things so that if you're in the Discord, which the link is in the description below, you can get live feed updates on when I post videos and stuff like that. So very cool stuff. So I appreciate it. We talk about all sorts of stuff. So if you have any interest in joining, please click that Discord link in the description below. All right, next up, I believe from the Philippines, Robot Show Tunes, also becoming quite a regular on our show here.
Hi, all. I'll try to contribute as much as I can. My collection's not as big, and it's very eclectic. It's not all Transformers, and I'll here to just make a mess, basically.
Well, thanks for joining us today. Always nice to have you on. All right, next up, it's Petrosa. Petrosa, I don't think we've ever had you on. You've been always active in the community, so thank you for that. But I think I would have remembered if I saw this massive display that makes me jealous. I was telling everyone we're a little late today because literally right before we started, one of my shelves broke down and figures flew all over the place. I can't imagine if one of those bookshelves fell down and destroyed everything in one of my cases. So, Petrosha, why don't you introduce us to yourself?
So, I'm Petrosum, or Petra is what I usually go by. And I spend way too much time in Pig's Discord.
That's not a bad thing. And it looks like you also have a very big collection. Are there any things that you specifically focus on? I see you have some Marvel stuff, Transformer stuff.
Yeah, Transformers, like some SH figure arts, like anime stuff, and recently got into the Marvel Hot Toys too. So,
oh geez, all right. So clearly you got enough money to spend. I gotta imagine that you've been part of TM Reviews like collection tour, right? With a collection like that.
I have not yet. No,
you have not. All right, well, I gotta hit him up and make sure to do that, or I might have to swoop in and steal his idea and get you on for my first episode. All right. Well, thanks, Petrosa. Thanks for joining us, or Petra. All right, Solace.
So, guys, I'm just here to be the token young guy. Again, you see those shelves before; those are my shelves back there. So,
token young stages, guy. Right? This guy always got to make a jab at us older folks.
It's not a jab. I'm just stating the facts, man.
At one of these days, you're gonna be the old grumpy, collector talking about Energon and stuff like that, and people are gonna be like, Energon, we're on to. I don't know.
You wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it. You just haven't power linked hard enough yet.
And last, but certainly not least, a person who always gets covered up by the StreamYard symbol up here, Mr. Duckface himself. Go Pack here. Anthony Brown Jr., also a regular, collects a wide range of things, talks about everything, has an encyclopedic memory and information about all things that I can't even imagine how he remembers all this stuff. Anthony, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Anthony. I've been riding with Paik since he started doing these ChatterDays. I'm a regular here. It's glad to see Solus out of Whip Pro. He took out Fans Toys the last time he was on. So glad to see Solus is out for the holidays. My collection is actually pretty big. I keep it kind of hidden because in my professional day-to-day job, I have to blur my background so people don't see all the fun stuff I have behind me. But, you know, I do need to step my game up with Petra Austin being in here, making everybody look bad.
No, absolutely. Thanks for the callback on Solace. Yeah, so the Fans Toys Cops let you out just for the holidays, New Year celebration,
I
then you're
had to
back
take a
in?
spoon. I had one spoon and one X-Transbots Ollie. That's all I needed. And I was out.
All right. So we're going to get straight into this. We're going to try to get this wrapped up in about an hour again. So if you're just joining us, the format is a little bit different this year. We have a few categories, but we want this to be very interactive with quick discussion. So I do want to make sure that we get kind of nominees from everyone here, but also in the live chat. So as I put up the different categories, I want you all to kind of let us know what you're interested in for this category. Then we'll do a live vote, and then we'll move on. So we're going to try to get through this quick, though. All right. We got the awards this year. So this time, we're going to do not as many categories as we usually do, but I did want to start off with one that I thought was interesting last year. Best design. So the idea around this category is which figure that did you think was just really well either engineered or maybe even just the art aesthetics of it. It was well designed, like spot on what you thought was great for your figure of the year. So let's just go around the table here and in the live chat while you're joining us. Let us know who you think your nominees are for best design, and I'm going to add these up, and then we're going to do a live poll, like the top 4 or so. All right. So Ridiculous, why don't you kick us off and let us know what you think your best design is?
Yeah. Did the New Age Omega come out this year, or was that last year?
Yes, that was this year.
Yeah, that's gonna take it for me. Best, like it's one of these unsung. I mean, I'm gonna say it's unsung. Everyone knows how great it is, but it's kind of understated in how excellently it's designed. I didn't realize what the deal was with it till I bought it, had it in hand, and as soon as you have it in hand, you can feel that is something special. It is dialed in. It is well engineered.
Well worth the high price point. Oh, here
I didn't pay domestic pricing.
Pretty good.
But it's still bleeding the fact that they didn't make Scream, which was the one deco I wanted.
I mean, New Age comes out with decos all the time, so hopefully you still have a chance there. All right, so we got one for Omega. What about you, Robot? Anything that speaks out to you?
Yeah, I'll have to say the Omega, New Age Omega.
Ooh, 2 for Omega already. Same idea.
Yeah, I especially like how they did the arms differently. It's not 2 pieces. It goes through the shoulders, and it's just 1 piece, and it makes it less parts for me. So it's a genius idea, I think.
All right, quick shout out to Primax. Thanks so much for the donation. All right, so we got 2 for New Age Omega. Up next, Petrosum. Can you pick one thing out of your collection from this year?
So for me, it might be like recency bias, but I'd probably say Metagate Shatter. Just the way it goes between modes and isn't a complete nightmare is enough for me.
Yeah, those photos look awesome. I literally just put in my order finally last night for that. So hoping to see what the hype is about. I think the articulation and everything like that was really amazing for robot mode too. I saw, was it you that posted the legs crossing photo?
That was me.
That was Solus.
Yeah.
That was Solus. Yeah, so that looks really great. I'm really excited. I wish I hadn't waited so long on that. So So hopefully we can do that. So we got Metagate Shatter. I won't be able to vote on that one since I haven't gotten that in hand yet. But that's a good one. I figured that one would come up. And then Anthony, what do you got next?
For me, I'm just gonna say, and I hate to say this over something that's not MMC, but the New Age Dinobots, all three of them that came out this year.
Ooh.
The Grimlock, the Swoop, the Sludge, all of them are fantastic.
Ooh.
And I'm a Magic Square guy, mostly because of the price point. But man, these New Age Dinobots are amazing.
Yeah, excellent. All right, so for myself, I had a really
Man.
hard time kind of thinking about what I would want to put in here because I honestly, like I said, I haven't been buying as much, and I was looking through the last year of videos. I'm like, what did I even buy this year? But one small shout out, which is a little bit different direction, is I wanted to shout out the Hasbro Cybertron Mode Jazz because I think that's something that a lot of folks have been wanting a Cybertronian design for a long time. And I thought they executed very well. So very different than what I usually say. I usually say like a masterpiece figure. I thought Roller was a pretty good one as well. But I'm going to go with the Dark Horse pick for Cybertronian Mode Jazz. All right, let's see what the live chat says. Dia Gemini. I don't know if you're talking about design of the year, Walmart exclusive G1 Scream.
Paik, could I get mine in?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Did I miss you?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's because you took the shot at old people. That was not an accident.
My bad, Solus. For some reason, I thought
Devious.
I just assumed you're going to say Metagate as well.
Okay, well, here's the thing.
His old timers kicked in, right?
But he needs the right to say it.
No. My top 3 figures for the year, which all tied on my scoring system, have all been mentioned. It's Omega, Shatter, and New Age Sludge. So it's whichever way I go with it. I think if we're saying best design in terms of accuracy, then yeah, it's Shatter.
Okay,
Just
so
in terms of
so we got a bunch here. So we got some new. So it was New Age Dinobots. Was it New Age Dinobots?
yeah.
Okay, and we got New Age Omega, Meta Shatter. I think other folks who are saying is the New Age.
Oh, those are us.
Sorry.
MMC Medicus. I see MMC Medicus as well.
That was last year.
It was, oh,
Yeah, that was last year, I think.
bruh.
I
That's
think
how slow they are.
Yeah, that's how I I think
Mhm.
that was like my figure of the year last year.
It was.
All right, so we're gonna skip that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the live chat here. Give me a second. The live poll. So if you're joining us with the live poll, you'll be able to
MPM
vote.
Bone Crusher. That's a good pick. That's a good
Oh,
a good one.
I've had that, but I haven't opened it yet. Okay.
I'm buying less things than usual.
All right, so let's see. Yeah. Let's see. New Age, Omega, New Age. We gotta narrow it down the Dinobots. So it looks like most people are saying Swoop. Can we go with Swoop here?
I haven't
Yeah,
gotten
that
one
works.
yet, but I'll trust their judgment on it.
Dude, it's awesome. I just got the Shatter Glass. It's
Or
amazing.
Anthony, if you want to go with something else, we can add New Age other Dinobot.
Yeah, Swoop is fine. Swoop is fine.
Swoop. All right, and then we got Metagate, Shatter, and what was the last one we had?
MPN Bone Crusher. And we can toss in the Hasbro Studio Series Magnus if you want to add some Hasbro rep.
Oh, but you're voting.
I like the
you're
way
voting
you
like 5 votes.
negotiated.
You don't have
from
any
one
more. I'm
spot
putting
to
mine in.
4. That was masterful, sir.
I know how you. All right, so I'm starting the poll here. So everyone, go ahead and start voting on the best design of the year while we move on to the next one, and we'll come back for this one. So we'll start talking about best value figure nominees. So I always love this category because with the ever rising price of Transformers, whether it be Legends or Masterpiece, it seems like there are just some figures that come out that are just really great, but really top of the mark, expensive, while there are some sleepers that come in at just a price that either is a really nice price point or even undervalued for what it is. So I always love this category because it also helps folks that may not have as much expendable money for their collection. and they'll have an idea of, hey, maybe I should place my bet on this figure. So let's start off. Let's start in reverse this time. Anthony, why don't you go first?
My best value figure is probably going to be the Hasbro Tarn.
Ooh.
I think it's a great representation. So to me, I mean, for the price point, I think I got mine for $19.99 when it dropped. And I mean, you still can't find it. Every time they re-release it, it disappears off shelves and everything. But the Hasbro Tarn to me was a great figure, great representation, and a great price point. Second to that may be their Armada Starscream. I love that. I love that character, and I love that iteration of Starscream and the design and everything. So those two, from a price standpoint, I would say are probably two of the best ones.
Sorry, I was on mute. That was a good one. Another figure that I own and I have not opened yet. So
I haven't either.
continuing theme here. All right, Solace, I won't forget you this time. Best value.
Appreciate it.
Best value.
So mine is definitely going to be the Mechanical Shell Studios Armada Starscream. This is a $35 figure straight up, so around the same price as a Hasbro Voyager, and I think it's basically like accomplishes the same thing the Voyager does, but it's just smaller with more articulation. It even comes with it has a mini-con actually, which is hilarious. I don't know if you can see, like it's that big. So yeah, it kind of just blew me away. It finished number 4 for me on the year. Like, it's just hyper posable. The materials are like surprisingly great. It doesn't have like that Magic Square nylon feel. It feels more like a classical Iron Factory figure. Even has like functioning butterfly joints at legend scale, which is great. Comes with like a ton of accessories and even has like the functioning Armada cannons. So does pretty much everything I'd want. For mainline, I'm gonna echo Anthony and just that mold in general. The Tarn mold, I own it as Bludgeon. Is great. Big fan of that. And yeah, Jay just said
Gemini's with
Hasbro
you
Bludgeon. So that mold is just fantastic for a Voyager.
Ooh, the Titan, McLuiter G. They're saying Mod Fans Roller.
Yeah, that's a great figure for the price.
Yeah, that one too, for sure.
All right. Oh, Petra, you're up next.
So perfect timing because my is Mod Fans Roller. It's just such a good figure with, good materials, some diecast in it for the size. It does the transformation pretty well and just fits in with Masterpiece.
Perfect. Well, I'm just going to jump in really quick because mine is also Roller for, what was it, 30, 35 bucks. I don't remember exactly how much this was, but an awesome piece. Not a perfect piece. I definitely think there are some things that could be slightly improved, but everything that you said and the price point. Although now I'm very curious about this Mechanical Skull Armada Starscream, although
great,
it looks like it's sold out.
Very good.
I just got it in the mail on Monday. It's fantastic. Haven't opened it, but all the reviews are fantastic. All the videos are fantastic. So
yeah, it's getting a reissue, and they're putting out a repaint for Chinese New Year, which is probably going to be the Power Links Thundercracker or the Power Link Starscream / Thundercracker.
Nice,
so.
Nice. All right, Robot.
For me, it'll have to be from my very small collection. It's the Doctor Wu Mechanic Studios Sandstorm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's very simple,
Yeah.
and I guess I don't have that. Orange is my favorite color, so I'm easy to please in that regard. So some of the design is very simple, almost overly simple, but you really don't need to do much for Sandstorm. It doesn't as a figure and character. I don't think he really needs as many bells and whistles as the more A-list characters. So yeah, that's my nomination. Sandstorm.
Sorry, which Sandstorm was that? Which company?
Doctor Wu.
Oh, okay.
It's very good. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it came out 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Or I guess in the US it did.
Yeah, I remember talking about it with the TM Reviews crew with T-Man. I'm like, it looks good, but I really don't care about the Wienermobile, so we skip that one. All right, ridiculous. You're up last on this one.
So I want to be a troll and say Flame Toys Jazz because it comes in at like $100 cheaper than their others. But I'm gonna instead say the Siang Culture Metroplex that just came out.
Oh yeah, I mean
It's
that's
like
like
$130 right now on Show Z.
Yeah, it has negative shipping.
It comes with the batteries, you know.
Has that come out?
Yes.
Yeah, I need to get that. I'm looking at it now on their website.
I'm
It's
really
so good.
tempted.
Yeah, because what happened is that they're shipping it by freight. So instead of paying for air shipping, you're paying for freight shipping. So like when you go to checkout, it drops the price from 160 to 139. So
I had no
yeah,
idea.
but it takes like 2 days, right? I mean 2 months, right?
Like
40
3 weeks.
40
It took me
days,
like
yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah, and it's tall too. It's like 1.5 feet, right?
It's not as tall as the Make Toys one, but it's almost.
I think it's 16 inches.
It's
Or
like almost as tall
17.
as Triptychon.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome for what it is. Listen, there's almost zero paint on it, but the thing is actually really easy to disassemble. You could customize it. It's like a blank canvas, man. Do whatever you want with it. Comes with the slammer that just pegs onto his hand at the end, like the little building tower, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right.
a good figure.
Well, I gotta end the other poll before I can start this one. So we got our nominees here. So the results of the previous poll for best design. So the best design for the Paik4Life 2023 is New Age Omega with a landslide victory of 56% of the votes, followed by Shatter. I think Shatter probably would get more votes once more people get it enhanced, since it's just recently come out. Cybertron Jazz came up in third place, and New Age Swoop bringing up the rear. So clearly, Anthony, your opinion does not matter. So let's start the new poll.
Oh my goodness.
All right, new poll. This one is for best value. All right, so help me remember which ones there are. So it's Mod Fans Roller. The other one was the was it Mechanical Skull?
MSS Mechanical Skull.
Mechanical
It
Has
Skull.
Rotarn.
Yeah, Hasbro Tarn.
Tarn / Bludgeon.
Yeah. Dude, I was amazed by that figure in hand. Like, it's just so much
It's a
fun.
good figure. It's a really good figure.
It looks great in the box.
The Metroplex.
Bloodjun. And then what was the last one we had? The
Yeah.
Xiang Metroplex. Did we miss one?
And the Dr. Wu.
Yeah, we missed
Yeah,
Sandstorm.
I can only do 4. So
That's gonna get dropped.
this time your opinion doesn't matter, Robot. All right, we're starting the poll on this one.
Figures.
All right. Next category is disappointment of the year. I love
Oh,
disappointment
this
of
is
the year.
easy. It's cash money. Cash money.
This is where people get blamed. This is how Solace gets another year in Fans Toys jail. So
Dude, I didn't even buy a 2023 Fans Toys release, and I'm putting Fans Toys on here. Don't worry about it.
what?
How can it be a disappointment if you didn't
I
pick it
think
up?
I think
Like
there's one
not
figure that leads the-
drama disappointment. That doesn't count. Otherwise, we'd all say Vectron Labs.
I think there's one or two that lead the way in terms of disappointing figures this year.
Yeah, so I did generalize this previously, because last year, if you guys don't remember, disappointment of the year last year for me was myself, because I didn't put out very much content. So I kind of flamed myself there. But it really could be pretty generalized. It could be a company. It could be a figure. It could be, I don't know, who knows. So pretty wide in terms of this category. If you want to go with the figure, you can. But I'll leave it open. So
Is it for
anyone want to volunteer to go
release
first this time?
year or picked up
Yeah.
this year?
Was that?
Yeah.
Is it for release this year or picked up this year?
I'll as long as it's close to
If
2023,
he's
it can be a pickup.
if you're letting us pick a company, then that inherently there's going to be stuff that's like current events. Like here, look, mine is Make Toys. Biggest disappointment. They came out of the gate swinging. They said they were going to do
Ooh.
Headmasters. Instead, they did repaint after repaint of Seeker, which is what caused them to lose sales in the first place and die. And these Seekers that they're releasing suck. Not only that, they're releasing a whole bunch of like convention exclusives and then just selling them to other retailers like a month after when you think you got the exclusive and you're going to be able, to have something special. Like, nope, we're just doing more runs of freaking, what was it, Slipstream and G2 Ramjet.
Dang,
So
all
they
right.
do that to fund their other projects. Like, I understand the disappointment, but
Where's the news though? Like, they said that they were going to give us those headmasters. All they've done since then is put out news on repaints of Seekers.
I don't disagree with you. But again, like, they have to finance it somehow. And
Yeah, they're in the gutter because I think they got spenced, so they really have no money. Like they're
This is not
very
going to make
broke.
them the money that they need. Like, it's
Yeah, I feel like they're
diminishing
going negative
returns.
like by re-releasing more of these.
But I mean, you saw Generation Toys did that. I mean, they put out a bunch of re-releases just so they could finish their Protectobots. So it was like, hey, we get all these re-releases of Transform Mission and their Devastator over and over until they got the money to finish their Protectobots.
Okay, so that's fair, but then, okay, so with that logic, you could say, hey, they re-released Contact Shot. Anybody who's picked the thing up says that, like, it clearly doesn't feel the same, and my understanding, obviously not confirmed, my understanding is that wasn't even Make Toys. Like, Make Toys was saying it wasn't them, but they got the mold somehow. So whatever is going on in the background, like for Make Toys, this is not what I wanted out of Make Toys.
Sure, I think we're all waiting on them to finish their headmasters, right? Like,
yes.
I
I
mean,
Cross Dimensions line back. Forget your headmasters, bro. Where's my Cross Dimensions Rodimus?
Yes.
right.
Or the Galvatron.
I've been waiting for that for 7 years.
Yeah, keep waiting. All right, so we got one here. We've also had a couple in the chat say Fans Toys Warthog. So
We'll get
anybody's
there.
trying to jump in on that one? Looking at you, Solace? No.
It was a terrible figure. Like
You know what? As someone who didn't buy it, armchair criticking, I'm a big plane guy, right? And Warthog is like the only Power Glide ever to actually have an accurate A10 alt mode, so I can give it a full pass on all the bullshit. You know what? This is the one Fans Toys figure that was bad that I won't hate on because I love the alt mode.
Clearly been brainwashed in Fans Toys jail. now
Yeah,
came out, rehabilitated. Fans Toys #1 fan. All right, but Anthony, you also agree that Warthog is up there in terms of disappointments?
Absolutely. I think that figure was terrible. The transformations, horrible. The figure is floppy. The feet are terrible. I mean, if someone would just upscale the DX9 one, I think, and put some proper paint apps on it, I still think that's a better figure. I don't know anyone that likes that figure. I mean, you can like the alt mode or whatever, but everyone
from a distance, I ain't never touched it, right? From a distance.
I'm just saying, right, but everyone who has that figure is just like, I got it because it's Fans Toys, or I'm a completionist, so I put it in with the set, but I'm never going to attempt to transform it because, I'm afraid it's going to break. And then you see all the break videos out there as well. And, I watched the video of the dude who wears a mask when he does his, and he's like, I wish it would have broke so I could fling it across the room because that's how much I hate the figure.
I like the dude who wears a mask who's a euphemism to certain individuals.
No, I don't know his name. I just saw his video.
Really?
What? Come on, everybody that's the skull face. Bobby
So
the
much
skull face.
shade.
I don't like. Again, people asked me this, and I got in trouble at TFCon because a bunch of YouTubers were there and people were, flocking those guys. I'm like, I have no idea who you are. There's 7 million people who have Transformers YouTube channels, and I'm like, I have Paik, I have TM reviews, and a couple other people, but outside of that, I'm like, I don't know that I need to watch the same review 87 different times. So excuse me for not knowing who all you people are. I'm like, I don't mean any shade, but I'm like, the algorithm.
This is not the hot take. This is not the hot take segment of ChatterDay. This is.
I don't know. He's cooking. Let
I
him
am
cook.
so
Let him
sorry.
cook.
I'm so
Let him
sorry.
cook.
Right
Let
out the
him
gate,
cook.
me and Anthony are just like go up to the top of the mountain.
I mean, I don't think that's a hot take. I just said, excuse me, I'm sorry, I don't know who you guys are because there's a lot of you in my YouTube algorithm put these people in front of me, so they're the ones I watch.
Yeah. All right. So we're also we're totally sidetracked here. So Anthony, what was Warthog? I know you're commenting on that, but was that your disappointment of the year? Or
Actually, my disappointment of the year is MMC Navigant. Coming off Medicus, I expected Navigant to be as good of a figure, if not better, with the same levels of articulation and things like that. Having it in hand, it's actually here behind me. I was hoping it would be somewhere near that. And for me, it just kind of disappointed in that regard, coming off Medicus being the figure of the year by so many people, including myself.
Oh, that's a good one. I mean, I think that's disappointment by like comparison, right? Just because I don't think Navigant is a bad figure at all, especially again given what he has to do. But by comparison, I agree. Like Medicus set such a high bar that coming off of that, that's a tough one. All right, that's a good one. All right, who else hasn't gone yet? Robot, you go next.
Masterpiece Skyfire.
Yes, that's me too. Right there. I'm with you.
What? It's huge, expensive, and let's face it, it's not based on a realistic real life plane. So I guess they could work around it, but it ended up so gappy. And why is it? I just don't understand why it's bad. It's not. I don't think it's a figure that's hard to pull off. I think they sacrificed a lot for the Gerwalk mode, which frankly I don't think anyone really cares about. So yeah, it's bad and it's unforgivably bad because it shouldn't be. I don't think it's that hard to pull off. But basically, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I know a bunch of people had to get like replacement parts. I was trying to look for my baggie of replacement parts that I just got. There you go. But yeah, like mine came out of the box with like, paint messed up, and then the ankles. Everyone talks about the ankles. That's the junk from ink. Had to do like some modifications just for that. What else? I think I said my favorite part of that set were the minifigs that we got.
Yes, actually.
Jazz.
Yeah. You could use them for. I actually mix them up with the New Age Omega. That's what they're good for. That's what they're good for.
Masterpiece Jazz is way too expensive, huh? You gotta buy the Skyfire to get it.
Yeah. All right. Did we miss anything else? Oh yeah, Alex B also says Skyfire. Broken ankle, yeah, me too. Shirokuro says he hates MP Skyfire, so that's clearly going to be a popular one. Did we miss anyone? Did we get Petrosum on this?
No,
I can go. So mine's the Transformer rollout Commander of Stars, their Cybertron Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Just waiting for that to come up.
Mine's currently on the shelf with its hand broken. So
wait, which one was it?
Even the replacement fingers broke off on mine.
TRO2 Cybertron Optimus. It's like a masterpiece version of the Galaxy Force design. I was going to buy it as well, and I didn't buy it because it breaks out of the box. And,
I wish I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
They're reissuing a supposedly fixed version, so we can only see
paint.
how that'll hold up. Yeah, which kind of
sucks. It
sucks.
looked cool though. It looked awesome.
Yeah.
It looks fantastic. Yeah, I mean, we were all like, all the Unicron trilogy kids were so hyped. We're so hyped, and then I think fandom wide, that was one of the biggest disappointments for everybody. And
there was somebody in one of the Discord servers that like every day was making posts about like new wrinkles in that story for like 3 months.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, that's what's wrong with you because you're a Unicron kid, right? Like that. You put your faith in a terrible series, and then
damn.
Listen. It might be garbage, but it looked cool, man. It looked cool.
All right. So let's. I think we got everyone's nominees. Again, we can only do 4, unfortunately. So we'll figure out which ones we'll do. For the best value, the winner was Monfan's Roller with 52% of the votes. Tarn Bludgeon came in second with 31%. Armada Starscream came in with 10%. And Xiang Metroplex only came in with 5% again. That probably would have gotten more votes. Ridiculous if it came out early in the year. I know most folks probably still have it coming on the ship. So
I don't care.
Mod Fans Roller is the best value of the year. All right, so we'll start the poll for the new disappointment of the year. Starting a poll. Disappointment.
Maddie, yeah, that's the prime with the big wings.
All right, so which one? So we had MMC Navigant. We had MP Skyfire. We had Make Toys as a company. What else did we have?
And then TRO2 Cybertron Optimus.
TR2 Cybertron. We had something else, didn't we?
No, we only did
Warthog.
4.
Oh, we had Warthog. Ooh.
Oh,
But nobody actually said Warthog. We just like all preemptively did it because
Right.
like
No, there were a bunch. There were a bunch in the
Yeah,
chat.
there's a bunch
In the
of them.
chat, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, notable ones were XTB Bond and James, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
the Omnibot Fioravanti.
Ooh, okay, so
X-Transbot
we're gonna
slowed
have
down.
to make a choice here. Do we want to get rid of? What do we want to get rid of?
let's just
too?
get rid of
You can
Make
take
Toys as
Navigant
well.
off the list.
Or yeah, Navigant, yeah, because that's actually a good toy.
Yeah, it's a good figure. Again, the disappointment was by comparison.
Yeah.
Crapping on.
I know because somebody who said it compared to the
Fuzz
X-Transbots version.
yeah.
Oh, dude.
No, I mean, like we're talking about figures like TRO2 that breaks out of the box, or like stuff like Warthog, which people don't enjoy at all, and like Navigant is just like serviceable. At least I think it's like a tier above.
Also, we gotta put
Yeah,
Warthog in there because we gotta get the views by flaming some fans.
You can take Make Toys out of there. It's a company. It's not a figure.
Still pretty. I feel like that's pretty valid. I feel
I
like
mean,
that's
to be
more
fair, they put
valid.
out one figure, so like by comparison, it's just
That's
it's
true.
extreme.
No, that's true. They put out one figure 17 times.
All right, we're starting the poll. So we got Fans Toys Power Glide, MP Skyfire, Make Toys the company. Maybe I should the entire company, and then Cybertron TRO2 Cybertron Optimus.
I wish I could vote for all of them.
Right?
I
All
feel
right.
like XTB just kind of snuck on by in this category.
I think what people say, like I've always said it, right? Hating something is not the worst thing. It's like just total non-consideration. Like I no longer even like think about XTV. They don't even warrant a response from me anymore.
Holy
Just
shit.
complete disinterest. I think
Yeah.
if you don't even bother wanting to talk about them anymore.
Their Inferno was a really good figure. Like that was probably the best figure they ever made.
Paik is
Yeah,
lucky.
TM
He
says
doesn't have shoes.
that about that figure too, but I didn't pick it up, so I just got burned too many times. And if you guys go back, I was such a big like X-Transbot like apologist. I mean, I was like, the designs are so good, but the quality's so bad and stuff like that. And I love the designer, but I mean, at this point, I just basically just given up. I always kind of hope that somebody's like, oh, this new figure Bond and Counterpunch is so great, you need to pick it up. But it's never that way. Like Inferno was like the only thing in the last like 5 years that warranted any kind of positive feedback. So
Have you seen the transformation for their long haul?
no.
We got it's old. It looks like it's the old XTB, not like the Perceptor and Springer XTB. It's just a lot of panels, man.
Yeah. Oh well. All right. So let's go to the next category. All right. This is the favorite for folks. Third-party company of the year. So nominees here. I'm gonna go first because I'm also coming out of Fans Toys jail. Apparently, while I didn't love everything that Fans Toys has done, I feel like they're the ones that have just produced most consistently. I love MMC, but I feel like they just haven't been producing as much. And Navigant, which I still really enjoyed, as Anthony said, was a bit of a letdown. I don't even remember which other figures they released this year.
Their tapes.
Their tapes, which I always enjoy, but I want some Masterpiece figures. I want their Protectobots finished, right? Like I feel like they let me down this year in terms of releases. So Fans Toys, though, even though I thought their swerve was very boring, it was consistent. Power Glide was probably their biggest miss, but I really enjoyed their gears. Their blaster was pretty good as well. So, and again, just a number of things that they're releasing, I thought they did a really good job. So, yeah, Fans Toys apologist here. Fans Toys for me, third-party company of the year. I feel like I know the answer for some of the other ones here. So why don't we go through? How about we start off with Petrosson this time?
So mine's probably the same as yours, just because of how like prolific they were this year. Even though I didn't buy any of the mini bots because I'm just not interested in them, I still picked up like I think Soundwave's tapes were at the beginning of the year, and I did pick up Jazz. I don't know if he released this year, but I think he was like
the end of last year.
near the end of last year. So they're my company of the year.
Yeah, the new release of their Jive looks really good too, even though I'm not going to upgrade. All right.
And Jive X
people are
is
saying-
$230, bro. It's $230. I can't. That's crazy.
I know. Well, it's again third-party company there, not best value. We already
Yeah.
passed
Well,
that.
The
category.
original release was 170, and so if you pre-order,
Oh no,
you
it's
got
130. It's
170
actually
in there.
130 now. The original release reissue is 130 on Shozi. So the original release is fine price. I just like the X version better. So I'm
Was
kind
it
of
Yeah.
130
That's
when
what
it
I'm saying.
came out?
The X version, if you pre-ordered it, you got it for 170.
Oh, I see.
And
I
then
see.
anyone who's paying the late tax is paying like 200 plus.
Got you.
Oof. That is rough. That's rough. But standard fare for Fans Toys. So we got 2 for Fans Toys. Ridiculous. Where are you at? I think you're a Legends whore. So I'm gonna
So here's the thing, dude. I was thinking about my answer, and ultimately, I'm not going to give the Legends company that I think you were thinking I was going to give because I'm trusting that somebody else will give it. I'm going to say Fans Hobby because what they have done is they maneuvered themselves into a pocket that they're not being. No one's really competing with them or screwing with them for releases. They're going out and doing things that aren't super G1 tune accurate. It's this nice pocket, and there's so much playability. Every single one of those figures is compatible with the others coming out, and they have a vision that they're going to keep developing this. When they give us Jetfire, that's going to be 3 bots combining. They're going to give us a tidal wave for Megatron. So I just think they're going in a great direction. If they would
but
knock
they
that
look so
shit out with
fugly.
the exclusives.
But they're so fugly.
I love that look, dude. I know it's an acquired taste. It's very stylized.
Yeah, it's kind of like root beer. You can like it.
That's a you problem. That's a you
Yeah,
problem.
that's
You gotta be
seriously
honest
You
good.
about
like
this.
it, but we all know it's bad.
Exactly.
All right, Robot, where are you at with your third-party company of the year?
I barely buy anything else, so yeah, it's New Age.
Got vindicated there. Ridiculous. New Age, Fans Hobby, Fans Toys. Solace, where are you at?
Variator is a great figure, but in terms of if we're talking like consistency over the year, it's got to be New Age. Like the only stinker they put out this year is Wheeljack, but they have like so many figures in one year. Like you have Jetfire, and then like the repaints for Jetfire dropped at the beginning of the year. You have like the Dino bots. You have Sludge and Swoop this year, which are just fantastic and both improvements over Grimlock. You have Omega, who's like one of the best, like a revolutionary figure in terms of what you can do in the 12-inch scale. Like you have a Titan that has a ratcheted, concealed ab crunch and double knees, double elbows, on something like an Omega Supreme. Like you never thought you could get that before. I need
to check that figure out in hand. I just haven't.
It's like but just don't pay the Western price because that's a joke. But they have so many things that came out this year. Like it's kind of hard to give to me to anyone else. But because of Warthog, and like if I compare Warthog versus New Age Wheeljack, even if New Age Wheeljack is like ugly and not really good, he's also not like a nightmare in hand. So I think New Age just takes it by a sweep. Magic Square is a runner-up for me because their Bruticus is just crazy, but they didn't really put out much else that was like fantastic this year.
All right. Bringing up the rear, Anthony, where are you at?
So I was gonna say Fans Hobby, but then Badger beat me to it. So I'll go ahead and say Magic Square. I think that they've done a lot of good stuff. I like their Jazz that they did. They've put out a lot. They stopped competing directly with New Age in terms of, hey, here's our Devastator, here's your Devastator, and there was Devastator Wars last year. It looks like they both kind of went in different lanes in terms of what they're doing. But bot for bot, the Combaticons are fantastic. In regards to Fans Hobby, I'm not really an Armada person per se. I like some of the Armada stuff that they did. I actually just got their Armada Megatron for Christmas to go with the MMC version of Megatron. But I love what they've done with some of the down the line figures from G1 and G2. in terms of double dealer. I love their exclusives too. I hate that their exclusive have become like the new thing that everyone is trying to scalp. Being at TFCon and seeing how people were maneuvering to get the fans hobby stuff, to try to flip it. I was very fortunate to be able to get one of the ones that I missed at a reasonable price. But I mean, seeing people, scalp their stuff for, in excess of what old fans hobby or fans toy stuff used to do, like their sludge and things like that. That's surprising to me, but that also speaks to the quality of the company.
Nice. Yeah, I heard their double dealer is very good too. All right. So I think we got 4 companies here. So we got the Fans Toys, Fans Hobby, New Age, and Magic Square. Did I miss anyone?
Yes, sir.
All right. Starting the poll there. The results for the previous poll for biggest disappointment were. Oh, let me scroll. Let me scroll, damn you.
Oh, Make Toys won.
Oh, wow, it did. Make Toys, the entire company, was the disappointment of the year with 37% of the votes. Powerglide came in second with 31%. MP Skyfire with 18%. And then TRO2 Cybertron Optimus with 12%. Wow, I was not expecting that, to be perfectly honest. 37%.
Maybe you should name the category the X-Transbot disappointment of the year. Just
The X-Transbots of the year.
The X-Transbot disappointment of the year. So that way they always get a mention instead of having to point them out directly.
I know.
Their Jinrai was great. I'm waiting on the core bot, dude.
I feel like the bigger it gets, like the less likely they are to mess up. That's just the thing I've noticed about XT, because usually their bigger figures seem to just be better than their smaller.
I don't know, man. That Metasaur trailer is literally the worst thing that a human has conceived of.
I said generally, man. Because Stack was really good last year, right? I'm pretty sure Stack.
Yeah, if you didn't unscrew the arm by rotating it normally,
Yeah.
or shear off the hip skirt by manipulating it.
Look, man, those are minor issues in the XT minefield. Okay.
I have these figures. I love them, but they're not disappointments. They're disappointments.
All right. This is the big one. The last one we're doing for today. Figure of the year. So you got one figure that stands out in your collection above all from 2023. What's it going to be? Now, I feel like we're going to get a lot of different answers here, but let's go ahead and open up the floor. Who wants to go first?
I'll knock it down, man. Kang Toys, the MP scale Thunder King. That thing is so much better than I thought it was going to be. I love it.
Which one's a Thunder King?
They're Predaking.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
I got it up on my shelf back there.
Is that from 20? Well, I guess some of them came out.
It finished this year.
Finished.
Okay. All right. But
back off, Pig. It finished.
That thing was. I saw that at a local collector's. I'm just like, I feel like I'm just gonna hurt myself trying to pose this thing.
Oh yeah, you will. It
is painful,
but
not as spiky as the Dream Star Toys Superion. That thing will cut you.
All right, so we got one for Kang Toys Predaking. All right. Who's next?
I'll go. For me, I'm going to say it's the Magic Square Bruticus. Not that getting it to Bruticus mode is not the devil's work, but the individual bots are all fantastic, all ultra posable. And just, I mean, the amount of articulation each figure has, the playability, the posability, those are incredible.
All right. All right, Solus, what about you?
All right,
you're got to be a New Age Omega.
Nah.
No?
It's Shatter.
Late arrival.
I think between the two of them, it's like really like a balancing act on like what I want to say. I want to say that like part of the thing with New Age Omega is that Even like, because some people think it's like a $300 toy because like the Western price, but even at like the Eastern price at like 160, like these two toys are the same exact price. I basically paid the same amount for both of them. And when I look at Omega, I see like a revolutionary figure in terms of like, man, Titans and Legend Scale could be doing all this. But the concept itself, like even though like Robot said, like the arm transformation is really cool, like to keep the arms connected and also like be a super smooth transformation. Just doing it, it's like, wow, like this is like so like fun to do. It's so simple, so smooth. There's no like janky parts. But when I look at something like Shatter, the fact that Shatter exists to me is crazy. Like the fact that we have a functioning movie triple changer that's fully posable, doesn't break anywhere, has an actually fun transformation, almost has two good alt modes. Like who thought we could get that before? Like when have we ever gotten anything like that before? Like I don't think a figure like this has ever existed before. Like she's in like a whole new scale as well. Or like the 3-0. Yeah, like almost two good alt modes, Badger, but like realistically, all triple changers have that issue. It's just I don't think that like we've ever gone something like this before, and the posability as well, especially since my biggest complaint for the MPM line the whole way through has always been posability. Like especially compared to like Takara's masterpieces, the movie masterpieces feel like super like bricky. Like I remember getting MPM4, the KO in hand, and being like, dude, where's like the ab crunch, right? Like where's like my like I'm paying like masterpiece prices for this, and like I just can't say anything else. I love Omega. Like personally, I put Omega as like one of my favorite toys of the year. I even put it on the TFW nomination for toy of the year because I figured Shatter would sweep anyways. But if I have to say figure of the year, like genuinely, it's going to be Shatter. She's too good, man. She's too good.
All right, I'm even more excited about it. Toppling New Age Omega for you is high praise. All right, we got some here in the chat real quick. We got Parkour. We got Studio Series Magnus. Let's see. We got. Oh. Okay. I think that there's the and the Metagate. So. All right. Oops. Sorry. Wrong one. All right. Who's next?
I can go next.
All right. Let's go.
So mine would be Metagate Shatter, but for the sake of something different, I'm going to say the MPM Bone Crusher, just because of how good that figure was. Like coming off a Blackout, which was pretty good, just improved upon that. Great transformation, great articulation, and just really, really accurate, good figure.
Gosh, making me feel bad about not having opened it. The reason I didn't open it is because the first one came from Target completely like destroyed, crushed the box and everything like that. So I had to go through the return process. And now I don't even know where I put the replacements. So yeah, I'll have to check that one out. But yeah, I mean, I've always enjoyed like the movie. I've said this many times. I've always enjoyed the movie designs and engineering, especially the third-party ones. But it's good to hear that MPM, the main line, is stepping it up because they've historically been very disappointing compared to third-party alternatives, like the MPM Bumblebee. Like that figure sucks.
All right, that's not fair though. That one's like especially bad even compared to the actual MPMs.
And they went off like concept art for that too, so it wasn't even accurate to the movie.
Yeah.
But I'm a big MPM hater, dude. Like even though I got the KOs, like I would have the same issues with officials. I nearly got out of like movie collecting in general. Like I just bought 3-0 Optimus and said I'm done because that's my childhood right there. But then like Shatter came out, and like Shatter's like I recaptured my love of like movie designs with Shatter as like plastic forms. So she's like done like a lot for me like emotionally. So yeah. Sorry to
you think you're out on the Baber stuff, and they always get you back in with a new design. So
I love the Babers.
All right. So Anthony, I think you're up next.
I already went, but if you want to give me a chance to shout out all the black figures this year, then
what are the black figures?
Yeah, like that black TFC, Optimus, the black New Age, what is it, Jetfire, the black Star Saber that came out this year. Always bet on black. So
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I have that. That's a great
From
figure.
Dude,
Starbucks?
I exclusively buy Magic Square black repaints because I only like the nylon and black.
Nice. All right, so then Robot, did I miss you?
Yes. That may have been on purpose. Anyway, just to another dark horse. I was gonna say Omega, but I've given it thought, and I would nominate the Lucky Cat movie Bumblebee.
okay.
I don't even know. I
Is
don't
that
even know
the
that.
shell former? That's
No,
super
no, no,
cool?
no. It's a tiny Bumblebee movie, Legends Bumblebee.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
The one
actually
you're
that's
referring-
that's what's impressive about it. It's not a shell former,
Yeah.
and both modes are great, though it's a beast to transform. But I've only done it once so far. But I'm actually what I actually wasn't. It wasn't actually even under my radar. But when I saw it, it's like something sparked. This looked quite interesting. It's not something I'd normally buy. I really don't. I'm not really into the live action Transformers films, and it's Legends, and it wasn't that. It's not that expensive, and I threw caution in the wind and bought it, and it's a satisfying figure, except that I haven't transformed it again yet. But
Really? You're going with this for your figure of the year? Really?
yes,
No one's voted no New Age Omega. Are you sure?
yes.
All right. I don't know. Look, I was looking at this.
Yeah, you can leave it out if you want.
Like we have a joint responsibility to the awards.
This alt mode looks not great. I'm not gonna lie. It looks. It
Dude.
looks like these photos look like it's held together with like blue tack and hope.
Well, yes.
Wow.
All right. So
I like your
did we get
shelves.
everyone
Sorry.
ridiculous. You already went, right? What did you go? Yeah, you got the Predaking. All right. So me, I'm not going to put mine up because I think I'm probably like the only person that bought this. But I need to try to squeeze out a couple more views since I spent so much money on it. It's going to be the YOLO Park Optimus Prime from the Bumblebee movie. Please watch that video because I spent a ton of money on that.
Is that the $2,000 one? The IIES one?
Yeah.
Is that the one that almost took you out?
Yeah, the
Yes.
one that like had the jammed.
And
chest thing.
TM fainted in the middle of that one.
Yeah. But to be perfectly honest, it is just a really cool engineering marvel. I had to box it back up because at some point my dad was going to move in with us, so I was trying to make space. So I haven't brought it back out, but that is a figure that I really, really, really enjoy. I think it's amazing. The moving joints and the locking mechanisms for like the legs, the shoulders, and stuff like that is really, really well done. It's just unreasonably expensive. Can't recommend it to folks to really buy, drop, especially the aftermarket. I think it's driving I think it's going for like 3,000 or something now. So it's impossible to recommend, but it is a figure that for me this year was a figure that was kind of a landmark thing. I've never spent that much on a figure before. Don't intend to do it ever again. But it was something that I felt was kind of a once in a lifetime, like grail kind of thing you can draw some money on. And luckily my wife didn't kill me. So that was a big thing. So I'm not going to put that on the poll because I don't think most people can vote for that. But for the figure of the year, we have the following recommendations, which honestly are very different than I was expecting. So we got Kang Toys Predaking, Magic Square Bruticus, Metagate Shatter, MPM Bone Crusher, and Lucky Gate Bumblebee. So let me go ahead and end the previous poll and add this.
Lucky Cat sweep.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to take out Lucky Cat.
Fans Toys didn't win Company of the Year. We gotta get back in Whip Pro, dog. It's done.
Oh, New Age,
Shut it down.
Third page Company of the Year, New Age, 38% of the votes. Fan Toys with only a meager 28, followed very closely by Fans Hobby, which honestly I was not expecting, and then Magic Square pulling up the rear at 9%. So let me put in the new poll for Figure of the Year.
It was nice knowing all you gentlemen.
Kang Toys, Predaking, Metagate Shatter. Again, I think that will get way more votes as the year goes on into 2023. I don't think that's going to win. MPM Bone Crusher, and
I mean,
then
what
Lucky
fans
Cat.
toys? What fans toys figure is worthy of the discussion? Like, I get that.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
the thing I noticed as
Gears.
well. Like, I was looking at the TFW thread for nominations for fans toys, and like the best fans toys figure for this year might be Variator. And
Yes.
to be fair, I love Gears. I said it before last time. Gears is one of my favorite G1 Sunbow guys, but I don't see a figure that uses
No
single
one
hip
ever.
skirts as the figure of 2023. Like that's just not acceptable in 2023 on a $100 mini bot to not even split the hip skirts. Like that's like a Hasbro issue.
I know people like Parkour. Was that this year too?
Yeah, it
it
was.
was.
Mhm.
I can't get over the backpack with parkour. I think Gears was their best figure.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they're or not Cyclonus. They're what is it? One of their somebody's coming out next week.
Scourge. Yeah.
Yeah, Scourge comes out next week. It'll be interesting to see how that transformation goes.
Yeah.
But it looks great.
I agree. Gears was the best one that they put forward this year, and Gears is not a top figure of the year contender, unfortunately.
One
They
figure that I did want to give a shout out to that is not going to be in the poll. I just put the poll up, so please vote. Is Legacy Inferno, Beast Wars Inferno. I love that figure. I think it captures exactly what that character looks like. The way the mouth opens, the transformation is cool. It's pretty high quality. I love that figure. I play with that figure all the time. It is also one of the figures that fell off my shelf earlier. But he survived. He's durable. But obviously, I don't think he's going to win. So the last poll is up for figure of the year. So just to review, let me make sure I update these.
Oh, dude, how did I forget Tube? Okay, Tube was actually awesome. I can't lie. Tube
Tube was good, yeah.
Tube was awesome. I just didn't see it on the TFW thread, but that might be recency bias. You know, the fans boys get their newest fans toys, so they gotta slap it on the list.
I think they shouldn't have done that pearlescent
Yeah, agreed.
color.
Yeah, it was like
on it. I think
champagne
it should
color.
have been
Like,
silver or white. Like, to me, that's what took
All right,
away
that's
from
fair.
Pipes.
That's fair.
I think that Pipes looked better, but I do think Gears was the better figure.
yeah, I agree.
Right.
Or like more of the knock. It punched above its weight class. I wasn't expecting.
Like,
it to like
I'm
it.
just a Pipes fan. Look at my
Pipes is
little,
great.
Yeah,
look at my
what
little
did I-
Pipes.
I forget what I said about what was my title for that Gears.
Like
Very-
surprisingly, it's not a Huffer repaint or something. Because that was everybody's like feedback was, oh, it's not a Huffer.
No, not well. That was for Pipes, but for
Yeah,
Gears, I said, oh, it's a lot of fun in a tiny bot. Yeah, so maybe again, it's like setting your expectations. I didn't have a lot of high hopes for Gears. I thought he'd be pretty boring, but he was really fun. So
Yeah, I'm with you. The expectations weren't very high, but it was. I mean, it's a great figure. Like, I don't disagree with it. I think Pipes was a good figure too. But if we're talking figure of the year, Primax has been shouting out this Studio 86 Magnus. That's a good figure too. But in terms of fans toys, they've made better figures the previous year. I think that their Jazz was a better figure. I think their Mirage was a better figure. Both of those came out last year. If we're just comparing fans toys 2022 versus 2023 in terms of figures. So even their Bone Crusher was a good figure.
I do want to shout out the guy at Gemini. He's been posting about the retro reissue Starscream nonstop. I don't know that deserves a vote, but we'll just shout him out one more time.
I think one of the things with fans toys is they were so consistent this year. Like even the fact that like Swerve wasn't a Gears retool. You know, like all those mini bots were great in their own singular mold, and they put out a ton of figures.
Right.
I think that I expected to not have them to have the same follow through that they did with the mini bots, but they treated each mini bot with love, and care, and as a separate figure. That's commendable.
Also, we got an update on Bandit, so we got to give him credit for that, right?
Yeah, sorry, my 400.
All right. So let's see here. We're gonna go ahead and close the poll, And a surprising winner here. I thought we could just get rid of this nominee off the list, but Magic Square Bruticus won Figure of the Year with 38%,
Wow.
followed by Metagate Shatter, again, another surprising one since it just came out. Kang Toys 23% and MPM Bone Crusher 7%. So shocked. So Magic Square Bruticus. I think that is a bit of a cheat just because it's so many figures in one, but we're gonna give it a pass there. So give me one.
Predaking has more figures.
Yeah,
than
Predaking is
combined.
more.
Predicting's like 8 figures.
That's true. So give me a second here. I want to remove this, and I'm gonna represent it because I did make some updates here. All right. So to review, these are our winners for the 2023 Paik4Life Review Awards. Hey, why didn't it update? What the heck? I did update this. Hold on. Let me do it a different way. Let's see. What? Why isn't this updating on this side? Give me a second. I'll just share this tab instead.
Also, while Pike struggles with the technical things, I just wanted to give a real shout out to Iron Factory, the collector, like their pipes. Not like my figure of the year or anything, but just like a really fun toy that I only paid $24 for, and he's cute. I mean, I like him. His pipes can't really go wrong.
Yeah, didn't the Iron Factory Grimlock come out this year too?
Yeah,
That was a
think-
good figure.
Yeah, they're doing. Was it?
Was
late
that last
22?
year?
I think
the
it's
Samurai
really
series.
late
It came out
22.
this year.
It got reissued this year for sure because I know it got a
Oh.
reissue in the summer. So it might have come out like late last year, and I think they're doing a repaint next year that I might actually pick up.
Yeah, Shattered Glass.
All right, sorry about this. I don't know why one of the slides is not updating correct. They're not updating. What the heck is going on? I'm struggling. All right, I'm just going to share it as a tab then. Is it this one? All right, so to recap, we got best design of the year was for New Age Omega Supreme. Best value was ModFans Roller. Disappointment of the year was Make Toys, the entire company. Third party company of the year, New Age, upsetting Fans Toys. It is the year. It's the year of Legends. Apparently, nobody cares about Masterpiece. And then, sorry, it should not be nominees, but the figure of the year winner for 2023, as voted by you, the community, the Paik4Lifer community, is Magic Square Bruticus. So thank you all for participating in the voting and the nominations. We're not quite done yet. There are a couple more slides that I want to go through for kind of an end of the year thing. So give me a second here. All right, so let me scroll through. So the next thing up I wanted to talk about was I always like to recognize our ChatterDay guest of the year. This year, it was none other than Anthony Brown Jr. I think he came onto the stream a total of, I think, 6 times, and we've only had 9 this year of ChatterDay. Always adding some flair, again, dropping the knowledge on us, whether it's from fiction, from Marvel, history, wrestling. He always has something to say. We really appreciate it. He was also runner-up last year to the Rusty Mechanic. And I do want to give a shout out to Rusty Mechanic. We haven't seen him in a while. Wanted to make sure he's doing well. Just talked to him this morning. So show some love to the Rusty Mechanic. Transformers Masterpiece Theater is his YouTube channel. Next up is I want to do shout out the largest contributor of the year. So as you know, every ChatterDay I've been doing a running total of what people have contributed over the last period since the last ChatterDay, but I also have a running total for 2023. I wanted to recognize Shoki's Reviews as the largest donator of the year. This guy's crazy. He just drops like $20 donations like they're nothing. Again, I don't request these. They're not necessary. I wholeheartedly appreciate them, but I would love for you guys to just keep those donations for yourself to enlarge in your plastic crack addiction. But again, recognition to Shoki Reviews. Check out his YouTube channel as well. He does a bunch of different reviews, so show some love to Shoki. Thanks, T-Man. Did everyone click like? I appreciate that. He does a better job. He and T-Man, TM do a better job promoting things like that on my live streams than I do. So thanks, everyone. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, so to recognize everybody else who's contributed. So the top 3 contributors of 2023 were Shoki with a whopping $93 over the course of 2023. Princeton Phalanx with $68. Casey Fleming, who was a mystery donator, came into one stream, literally dropped $50 and was never heard or seen from again.
Oh my God.
The rumor is that she's on the run from the Fans Toys cops as well. So hopefully she'll be back dropping $50 like it's nothing. I haven't been doing ChatterDays
right?
since September, so not as many opportunities to donate. But for the folks who did donate in September, December timeframe, Anthony Brown Jr., Craig Campbell, who's Shiro Kuro in our live stream here, Halius56, who didn't donate any money this period, but did send a bunch of these Diaclone figures, which I still need to review. So thank you so much for Halius on that. Princeton Phalanx, Ridiculous Badger, who we have right here, Professor Soundwaves, Shoki, and TM Reviews. So thank you all for your donation and contributions. Again, very much appreciated. Want to recognize all of you for your generosity and the holiday spirit. All right. One last slide that I want to do before we finish off. Oh, dang it. This stupid deck doesn't do it the way I want it to. It doesn't do transitions. So let me go back to the way we had it before.
You gonna show us how we did versus budget?
No. All right.
You know when you think the Zoom
beginning of
meeting is
December,
over?
That was not fun.
All right. So this is my channel's 2023 year in review, my YouTube channel. My number 3 most watched video was Fans Toys Parkour with 5,300 views. The best masterpiece cliff jumper. I think that by an easy margin, that is the case. Not perfect, as Anthony pointed out, but still definitely the best one we've gotten so far. My second most watched video of the year was Fans Toys Recorder, their blaster. Again, as a Fans Toys hater, I don't know why you guys keep watching me for Fans Toys videos, but number 1 was Fans Toys Warthog, which was a nominee for one of the worst figures of the year, which is always surprising. But those were my top 3 videos of the year. Quick summary of how I did. I wanted to shout this out just to give me some more motivation. So finishing the year at just under 8,300 subs, came up 200 subscribers, which isn't a whole lot, but honestly, I appreciate all of you who subscribed. I've worked really hard to put out videos every week to meet that New Year's resolution. And I know my content is very different than what I started out with, so I lost a lot of subscribers moving to the whole live stream only format. But this is the format that's going to stay. I enjoy it. I love it. I know the resolution is really poor, and sometimes there's issues with the internet. But I really appreciate you guys sticking with me with the changing of formats. I had a total of 2 million views, which is 143,000 this year alone. And then my uploads went from 578 total to 127. I don't know how that works out because I did like 4 pre-recorded. I did like 27 shorts, and I did like close to 90 live streams. So I don't know how that doesn't equal 127. So I don't know how this app tallied that. But again, I did work way harder this year, so I wouldn't be disappointment of the year this year with 127 uploads. So thank you for the motivation. It wouldn't have been possible without all the folks like you all who are supporting today on the live stream. Ridiculous, Anthony, Solace, Robot, Petrosum, all of you all. Thank you for supporting me. Likes, 6,500 likes, 711 comments, 645 shares. So I would appreciate when you guys share. These all help my algorithm and so it can be recommended to other folks that may enjoy my content. And then 16,000 total hours of watch time. So thank you so much. 2024 will hopefully be even a better year. I'll try to think of a New Year's resolution that I'll take into 2024. I don't know if I'll keep the one upload a week resolution, but I'll try to probably do that and try to double down on being at least more consistent on when I post videos, scheduling videos, and so forth. So that will be the goal. Next time, we do have a bunch of Jeopardies that we have to catch up on. I've been very behind on that. And then, so we'll do that. And then we'll have more reviews. I got a whole bunch of Diaclone reviews, got the MTM Bone Crusher, got a whole bunch of stuff. I've been doing a lot of Lego builds or building brick reviews as well, like the recent Optimus Trump Prime trailer that is from a third-party company. So stuff like that. I'll be doing more content, buried content. So stick with me. 2024 should be a very great year. And then last but not least, stay in tune with us by clicking on the links in the description below for my Facebook page as well as my Discord channel. I honestly spend way more time on Discord channel now than any other platform. Again, no small thanks to the folks who joined there. And I'm also ridiculous for being a great moderator there. But with that, that's going to be it for 2023's Paik4Life awards. I want to go around one last time to let everyone say some final words before we sign off. So, Ridiculous, why don't you go first?
Oh boy. For me, I guess it's what I put in the chat. I think when I think back on this year and listen, obviously I don't work for your channel, but when I look at the engagement that you've had this year, Pig, I'm watching so much more daily and weekly engagement on the Discord server than I think that you had in 2022. And it's causing other people to make new friends and other people to sell figures and find figures and talk about things they like. So it's been amazing watching that growth and like what a positive impact it has on the community. Like, for example, Deluxe has now just opened his Discord server. So I think we're going to continue to see that. I think that the exodus, or I guess the movement to Discord, is going to be a very real thing in this community.
I know. We've been trying to get T-Man978 and TM Reviews to jump on the bandwagon as well. Maybe do a joint, convert my server to a joint server, but they're almost never on Discord. So once they stop being old men, being nice young men like us and Solace, me and Solace here holding down the young age group here. Maybe they'll join us. All right, Robot, why don't you say some final words?
Once again, thank you for having me spew my nonsense here on yeah. Oh gosh, I'm not coherent this evening. Oh, it's morning already. Oh, okay. Just thanks for having me, and it's been a blast. 2023 was great. I have made new friends, and I got to talk about stuff, speak my mind, and have a voice here. And generally, just thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thanks, Robot. Anthony.
As always, it's nothing but love for me. Being a part of this community, this channel, has been a blessing to me. I'm thankful for Paik for inviting all of us in, and you using your platform to allow us to give back to the community. It's great to interact with people kind of as handles, but then to actually be able to converse with them on your stream, on your channel in a positive way is always so great. Thank you for allowing me to be your guest contributor of the year. I do this because I want to give back to the community. This is such a positive space to be in. You can go to other places on the internet and find a lot of negative talk about Transformers. But here it's all in good fun. We give each other a hard time, but we also support each other in our hobby. We've helped each other grow our collections. We've turned into friends. I met some people at TFCon that are in the Discord. So, shout out to Deluxe Baldwin, got to meet him. And then also we're helping other people to become better people with the fitness channel and everything else that we're doing too. So just shout out to everyone that's here, and especially thank you to you, Paik, for allowing us to be a part of this.
Yeah, I love our Get Swole channel. I feel like we need to have more people in there. It's like 4 people in there who actually seem to be regularly exercising. What's going on? Come on, we
Dude,
don't
I
want
do cardio, man.
we don't want to like aggravate or promote the collective view. We're all like just in our basement, unhealthy, eating Cheetos with orange fingers and stuff like that. Show them that we can be fit too. Anthony Brown getting that modeling gig with his what was the name of the company again?
The company is called Super X, and then they canceled my contract because they went legit. And so they now have a deal with Hasbro to create super suits officially. So they released a Power Ranger suit. They have a G.I. Joe suit. So I'm trying to negotiate with them to do some of that stuff. But Hasbro has models that they want to use that they worked with in the past. So if you go to the Super X website, all of their old suits are hidden and you can only search for them by name if you know what they are, but all the new stuff is up there. So they just released something called a suit called the Titan that looks a lot like Nightwing's colors, but it's based on a collaboration they did with some bodybuilder guy. But you'll see that like they're now an official licensed partner with Hasbro, and all their logos scroll across the bottom. So it was fun while it lasted. They sent me a huge box full of free stuff. A couple of huge boxes full of free stuff. And then they were like, well, we had this stuff scheduled. I was going to be their Black Lightning when they did their Black Lightning suit. And then they were like, yeah, Hasbro, we've been working on this for a while, and they came through. So you got to go.
Well, that's disappointing, but still cool that they recognize the fitness that you had. So again,
ran up on me at TFCon, and they were like, yeah, he's in pretty good shape. I ran up on Eddie from Toy Jojo, and I was like, yeah, he's sneaky swole.
Yeah, Eddie is.
Eddie.
Even when we go to like different conventions, like we end up working out in the hotel gym pretty often. But yeah, if you guys don't know, Eddie is like 5 foot nothing, but he is quite swole. All right, Solus, some final words from you.
I just want to give a big shout out to the server and the community. I really wasn't really that involved in Transformers until 2021. Like I was in it big as a kid, but I never really got back into it. 2022, I wasn't super involved. I spent maybe $600 total the whole year. This year, a bit significantly more. Still not much compared to like the big boy numbers, but like getting in the community, being in the ChatterDays, the last 2 times that I've actually been in the server. And then I've started my own YouTube channel, Solus Convoy. I'm doing some reviews, so if you guys could check that out, I'd appreciate it. I've got solid 30-40 subs, so it's pretty fun. I really enjoy being part of this community. It's very welcoming, very supportive. I also got to give a shout out to I got my jersey on, right, the Show Z server, so I had a lot of fun in there, with Badger and a bunch of you guys from the Paik server are also in there. Fun place. Really never had a place to talk about third party before. So just a fun community, very welcoming, very accepting. Been pretty great so far this year. Thank you for having me on these ChatterDays. I've had a great time. I enjoy being here. I got to head back into WITSEC after ragging on Variator's hip skirts, but I'll definitely be sure to fight Anthony for the spot next year because, yeah. I gotta be the token young guy.
I don't know. He missed like 1 this year, so
I'm 2 of 2, man. I just wasn't in the server back then. So
all right, awesome. All right, Petrosum, our newbie here, finish us off.
So I think it's been a great year. Paik, you did a lot of content this year, which was really nice to see all those live streams that you did of all the figures this year. We had a good year of Transformers too. I think hopefully 2024 is even better. Fan Toys finishes some stuff. Finally, maybe Make Toys goes and redeems themselves. But yeah, it's been a great year overall. Thanks for having me, Paik.
No, absolutely, and I hope we have you on again. I know you've been really involved and in the YouTube channel as well as the Discord, but would love to have you back again. Again, definitely need to do a tour of your collection at some point. Quick shout out to the Titan, and he said he's lost 95 pounds. That is ridiculous.
Wow.
95 pounds and I'd be dead. Like literally, I just would not have enough anything in me. But for sure, I think these are the kind of things that I really enjoy the most about our server are the things that are not related to Transformers. We have non-Transformer stuff. We have Lego stuff. We have a random channel where Ridiculous posts weird like new food that he comes across.
It's weird. It's a weird
Workout stuff, TV and movie recommendations. I still need to watch Godzilla minus.
Dude, come
Still have
on.
to watch
Movie
that.
of the year.
I haven't watched it either, so don't worry.
I
Paik.
know. So I might try to watch it actually tomorrow morning before I head off to doing some New Year's Eve stuff with my father. But yeah, so that's it for 2023. It's been a great year for me in some ways, a rough year for me with losing my mom and everything like that. But again, I think the community and the positivity I've gotten from you guys really helped me through that as well. I love the fact that we have so many repeat folks on. And again, just enjoyed the Discord in particular, just being in there, chatting about really anything, getting recommendations, seeing the Shatter and Metagate Shatter photos, and all sorts of random stuff. So I really appreciate everyone who's joined that. As a whole, like 99.5% of the stuff that's been in there has been really positive, which frankly in any community is really hard to see, right? So I'm surprised and that we've been able to maintain this much positivity
Why would you
without
say
any
that?
issues.
Why would you say that at this point?
You know, now it's gonna just go
You-
downhill.
Only you and me there moderating. Funny.
Yeah, the fact that the two of us are all moderating by ourselves, even though TM Reviews and T-Man are both mods, they're never in there. So, but yeah, let's keep it positive. Let's make 2024 even an even better year. We'll be back with more content, more laughs, more positivity, more fun across the board. And hopefully you guys enjoyed everything that we did in 2023. With that, thank you, everyone. Hope you have a great new year, and we'll see you next year. Bye for lifers. Awkward.